Hello and welcome to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest transfer updates. We start with this report claiming that Barcelona could use Memphis Depay in a swap deal for Sevilla defender Jules Koundé. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, we are going to be discussing on this report claiming that Barcelona have presented Frenkie de Jong with two choices for his future. We are also going to be looking at that. So guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Gerard Romero has come forth with another huge news about Memphis Depay again. Yesterday, he stated that a lower-ranked Premier League team had bid 23 million euros for the striker, but today's news is even more interesting. He says that there is talk of sending Memphis to Sevilla in an attempt to use him in a swap deal for Jules Koundé. The Dutchman has just a year left on his contract and therefore it will not be a direct swap but a player plus cash deal. Barcelona have set Memphis' asking price at around 25 to 30 million euros, which will help half the cost of Koundé's operation. Sevilla are demanding 65 million euros for Jules Koundé, but could be forced to accept around 35 million euros plus Memphis Depay as they need to raise money. The 28-year-old forward ended last season as Barca's joint top scorer with 13 goals, as many as Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. While he is evidently a high-level footballer, his profile is not what Xavi is looking for in a striker. Consequently, he has asked Barcelona to treat Robert Lewandowski's transfer as a high priority signing. It would eventually push Aubameyang to a second-choice role, while Memphis would not even be near regular rotation. He has little to no space on the wing as well, with Ansu Fati coming back from injury as the possible signing of Rafinha. Ousmane Dembele is nearing a 2-year contract extension as well, while Ferran Torres is guaranteed a starter role. Should Barcelona sell Memphis this summer, they will stand to make a profit on the deal as they sign him on a bossman move on Ronald Koeman's request last summer. It remains to be seen if Memphis accepts a move to Sevilla though, as it would be theoretically a step down in his career. A rather interesting summer window awaits at the Camp Nou. A lot have been said about Memphis Depay's future lately, and as I've been saying earlier, Memphis' future is like, you can't say if he will go or he will stay, but from what we have been getting, Barca are likely to sell him, especially if Robert Lewandowski is signed. So now Gerard Romero is claiming that Barcelona want a swap deal for Jules Koundé involving Memphis Depay, which means they are not willing to pay all the 65 million euros for Koundé. And if Memphis Depay can be valued around 30 million or 25 million as what we have been getting, Barca need to pay around 35 or 30 for cash. So it still remains to be seen if Sevilla will accept that proposal, because nothing has been said on Sevilla's end if they will indeed accept or not. But let's see how things go, because honestly, if Sevilla accepts that proposal, Barca will be more than happy to go into it, knowing fully well that Memphis Depay's future is uncertain, and confident of getting Robert Lewandowski, Barca will be very open to letting Memphis Depay leave. But on my own personal view, I wish Memphis Depay stays, because he is a quality player, but as things are showing, it's still uncertain if he will stay, because Barca themselves are open to selling him if the right offer arrives. That's what we've been getting in the past. If the right offer comes, then Memphis Depay will leave. We know Barca are desperate for money, and they won't see up to 25 or 30 million euros and they will allow it. They will sell him if they see that amount coming. But right now, they wish that a swap deal for Koundé will come to pass. We know Koundé have been strongly linked for a long time, given as manager Xavi have been eyeing Koundé as his top priority at centre-back. And even though the operation does not look easy at all, Barca need to, they need to think they need to work hard to get that deal done. Knowing that we are not the only team that is interested in Jules Koundé, Chelsea, many other top clubs around Europe have been showing interest, which means if we want to get Koundé successfully, we must act swiftly, we must act fast to get the deal done. Knowing as how the defensive role must be strengthened for us, one of the priorities that Xavi is going for is to strengthen that back line. Despite Andreas Christensen leaving Chelsea to Barcelona, we need another top-class centre-back who can partner with Ronald Araujo at the back. So let's see how things go if Sevilla indeed accept the proposal of Barca by exchanging Memphis Depay, adding some cash, then for Jules Koundé to come to the Camp Nou. It still remains to be seen if Memphis Depay or Sevilla themselves will fancy such a move. Then on to the next story of discussion. Joan Laporta's recent comments on Frenkie de Jong's future have put further question marks over the Dutchman's tenure. On one hand, while there are claims that an agreement between Barcelona and Manchester United is indeed very close, there remains a worry over how Barca will accommodate him and his salary if he ends up staying, since major incomings are, in a way, depending on this deal. And so, a fresh report from Spanish news outlet Marca has given the entire speculation a twisting turn, where they have claimed that if the midfielder wants to continue, he will have to accept a drastic pay cut. Laporta knows if Barcelona are to acquire new players, they need a financial influx. And while they are in one already on the way, the capital earned from the young sale will be a positive boost for the upcoming season. Xavi has already mentioned that he is counting on the young, but financially, if it is for everyone's good, that the deal should in fact go through, mostly because his departure will leave as much as €10 million a year for the team to work on. And so, if he wishes to continue, the board will ask him to drastically lower his salary. Now, it's very much understood that the decision is, it will hit hard, but it is something that remains an absolute necessity for the team. If not, the team will continue to negotiate with Manchester United, with whom it is said that an agreement has already been reached. The Premier League side has agreed to pay €65 million right up front, while the rest of the €20 million will be adjusted as add-ons. All that remains at the moment, it is to discuss the structure of the mentioned add-ons. For now, United are pressing on difficult variables to pay less, while Barcelona are insisting on making it easier. The concerned parties are not far from reaching a middle ground, but all that will collapse if the young does end up accepting the salary reduction. So recently, reports have been coming out and, of course, talking about Frenkie de Jong's future at Barca. Because right now, since the president made those controversial statements, I would say controversial because we were not expecting to hear such statements from him, given as we all know how things are going when it comes to negotiations between Man United and Barca. Laporta came out the other day saying that he will do everything in his power to keep Frenkie de Jong. But when we look at things right now, a lot of reports are coming out saying the possibility of Frenkie de Jong staying at Barcelona is still there. And now we're getting a report from Marca saying that Barca wants him to take a drastic pay cut if he ever wants to stay at Barca, because we all know he have always been wishing, he have always been mentioning that he is in the best club in the world, which means he loves to be at Barca for a long time. So if indeed wants to fulfill his wish, he needs to take that bold step to drastically reduce his wages. Because if he does not do it, then all right, the negotiations with United will go as smoothly as many people expect. But if he does take that step, Barca will change their mind. So let's see. It's going to be interesting to see how this will turn out to be from the Young's perspective. If you indeed accept that wage cut, or you go and play the Europa League in Manchester United, and of course, United will offer him a very huge salary, right? So let's see how things go from here. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.